Have you ever wondered what it would be like to truly understand the thoughts and emotions of those around you? Imagine navigating through life with the ability to connect deeply with others, to sense their feelings and intentions as if you could step into their world. This level of understanding may seem extraordinary, yet it is not about developing a supernatural skill. It's about cultivating intuition, empathy, and mindfulness, qualities deeply rooted in the wisdom of Buddhism. The Buddha once said, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." These simple yet profound words form the cornerstone of Buddhist teachings, revealing that our mind shapes not only our inner reality, but also the way we connect with others. The mind is the lens through which we perceive every experience. It is the filter that colors our interactions, the thoughts that guide our actions, and the emotions that influence our relationships. By learning to understand and train the mind, we gain the ability to understand not just ourselves, but also the subtle cues others give off through their words, actions, and even unspoken signals. This ability doesn't come from reading minds in a mystical sense, but from honing our awareness to see beyond the surface, to perceive the emotions, needs, and intentions that often remain hidden. In this journey, mindfulness and compassion are essential. They act as tools to sharpen our intuition and deepen our connection with others. With practice, these skills transform the way we engage with the world, making every interaction more meaningful. This video will guide you through practical techniques drawn from Buddhist teachings that can help you develop this ability to read minds in a way that is grounded, compassionate, and transformative. These methods are not just about observing others, but about cultivating an awareness that enhances your understanding of your own mind as well. The benefits of this journey are immense. Imagine being able to truly understand your loved ones, to anticipate their needs, and to respond to them with kindness and clarity. Picture yourself navigating workplace dynamics with ease, interpreting your colleagues' unspoken concerns, or diffusing conflicts before they escalate. These skills not only strengthen your relationships, but also empower you to approach life's challenges with a greater sense of balance and confidence. As you learn to understand others more deeply, you'll also discover a profound connection to your inner self, gaining clarity and peace that enriches every aspect of your daily life. Buddhist philosophy provides a profound understanding of the mind, describing it as both the creator of our reality and the key to our liberation. The mind is dynamic, not fixed, constantly shaped by thoughts, emotions, perceptions, and consciousness. It's like a flowing river, ever-changing, with currents that can range from calm to turbulent. This understanding is deeply liberating. It reminds us that our thoughts and emotions, while powerful, are not permanent. They are transient, passing through our minds like waves on the surface of water. This is the concept of anicca, or impermanence, a fundamental principle in Buddhism. Recognizing the impermanence of our mental states frees us from being controlled by them. We begin to see that anger, sadness, or even joy, while intense in the moment, are temporary. This insight allows us to step back, observe these emotions without judgment, and let them pass. It is here that mindfulness becomes a critical practice. Mindfulness is the ability to fully engage with the present moment, to observe our thoughts and emotions clearly without getting caught up in them. It is like shining a light on the mind, illuminating its patterns and tendencies so that we can respond consciously rather than react automatically. This practice begins with understanding ourselves. By observing our own thoughts and emotions, we uncover the triggers that drive our reactions. For instance, you might notice that feelings of frustration often arise when your expectations are unmet, or that joy emerges when you express gratitude. With this awareness, you gain the ability to pause and choose your response, instead of being swept away by the momentum of your emotions. Imagine being in a heated argument with a friend. Instead of reacting impulsively with anger, mindfulness allows you to recognize the underlying emotion, perhaps a feeling of being misunderstood, and address it calmly. This not only diffuses the conflict, but also strengthens the bond of trust and understanding. As you cultivate mindfulness, you also become more attuned to the subtle signals of others. A slight hesitation in someone's voice, a fleeting expression, or a shift in posture can reveal more about their feelings than their words. By being fully present in a conversation, you can pick up on these cues, allowing you to respond with empathy and understanding. This deepened awareness enriches your interactions, making them more authentic and meaningful. Buddhism also teaches that the mind is both the source of suffering and the pathway to happiness. Suffering arises when we cling to negative emotions, resist change, or attach ourselves to desires. Yet this same mind, when trained, can become a source of immense peace and joy. Through mindfulness, we learn to let go of harmful patterns and cultivate positive mental states such as compassion, gratitude, and love. These practices do not suppress negative emotions, but allow us to acknowledge them and release them without attachment. For example, consider the power of compassion. By practicing compassion toward ourselves and others, we create a mental environment where understanding flourishes. When you approach someone with genuine kindness, their defenses lower, and a deeper connection becomes possible. This is particularly transformative in challenging situations, where compassion can turn potential conflict into an opportunity for growth and mutual respect. The teachings of Buddhism provide not only a philosophical understanding of the mind, but also practical techniques for applying this wisdom in everyday life. By practicing mindfulness, cultivating compassion, and embracing the impermanence of thoughts and emotions, you can transform your relationships and your inner world. Imagine living each day with greater clarity, connecting with others on a deeper level, and navigating life's challenges with calm and confidence. These are the gifts of a trained mind, a mind that understands itself and others, creating a reality that is not only harmonious, but also profoundly fulfilling. Through this video, you will explore actionable steps grounded in ancient Buddhist wisdom that can help you unlock this potential. These teachings have the power to reshape how you see the world and interact with those around you. They offer not just tools for better communication, but a pathway to a more meaningful, compassionate, and harmonious life. Building upon the profound understanding of the mind as both the root of suffering and the key to happiness, we now turn to the transformative role of empathy, a bridge that connects us to others on a deeply human level. While mastering our inner world helps us navigate our thoughts and emotions, empathy allows us to step beyond ourselves and truly understand the hearts of those around us. Empathy, the gateway to connection. Empathy in Buddhist teachings is not just an emotional response, but a skill that can be cultivated and refined through intentional practice. It is the ability to share in another's feelings, to step into their experiences, and to see the world through their eyes. This profound connection transcends words and surfaces, creating bonds that are both meaningful and transformative. When we practice empathy, we connect not just with what someone is feeling, but with why they are feeling it. For instance, if a friend appears distant, an empathetic approach would not assume they are upset with us. Instead, it would prompt us to consider what might be happening in their life: stress, challenges, or unspoken worries. By seeking to understand their perspective, we respond with compassion rather than defensiveness, which strengthens trust and deepens the relationship. Empathy also serves as a powerful tool in conflict resolution. Often, disagreements arise because each party is caught in their own viewpoint, dismissing the other's feelings. Practicing empathy invites us to pause and genuinely consider the other person's perspective, even when we disagree. This practice doesn't just resolve conflicts, it transforms them into opportunities for growth and understanding, fostering solutions that respect the needs and emotions of everyone involved. Buddhist practices for cultivating empathy. Buddhist teachings offer several methods for nurturing empathy, with a strong focus on fostering compassion and mindfulness. 1. Metta, loving-kindness meditation. Metta meditation is one of the most effective practices for cultivating empathy. It begins with generating feelings of love and kindness toward yourself. Gradually, these feelings are extended outward to loved ones, acquaintances, and eventually to all living beings, even those with whom you have conflicts. During this meditation, you silently repeat phrases such as, "May you be happy," "May you be healthy," "May you be free from suffering." This practice helps dissolve barriers between self and others, fostering a sense of universal compassion. Over time, it becomes easier to approach people with kindness and openness, even in challenging interactions. 2. Tonglen, giving and receiving meditation. Tonglen is a Tibetan Buddhist practice that cultivates courage and compassion. It involves breathing in the suffering of others, transforming it within yourself, and breathing out relief, peace, and happiness. This practice trains the mind to face suffering with empathy rather than avoidance, allowing you to respond to others' pain with genuine care. By regularly practicing Tonglen, you strengthen your ability to empathize with others, even in situations that might otherwise feel overwhelming. 3. Mindfulness in daily interactions. Mindfulness enhances empathy by bringing your full presence into your interactions. When you are mindful, you are not distracted by your own thoughts or judgments. Instead, you become attuned to the subtle signals that others give off, body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions that reveal their inner state. This heightened awareness allows you to respond with understanding and compassion, deepening your connection with them. Empathy in action, transforming relationships. Empathy has the power to transform every aspect of our relationships, from the workplace to our personal lives. Consider a professional setting where a colleague appears visibly stressed. Without empathy, it's easy to overlook their struggle or even become irritated by their mood. But with empathy, you might recognize their distress and offer support, perhaps through a kind word, a listening ear, or a small gesture of assistance. This simple act can ease their burden and create a more supportive environment. In parenting, empathy becomes an essential tool. Children often lack the words to express their emotions clearly. When parents practice empathy, they can better understand their children's needs, responding in ways that make the child feel seen, heard, and loved. This builds trust and security, laying the foundation for a strong, nurturing relationship. Moreover, in personal relationships, empathy enriches connections by allowing us to share in both the joys and sorrows of our loved ones. It encourages patience, forgiveness, and a willingness to support one another, creating bonds that are meaningful and enduring. The broader impact of empathy. Empathy extends beyond individual relationships. It has the potential to transform society as a whole. By cultivating empathy, we become more attuned to the struggles and joys of others, inspiring acts of kindness that ripple outward. Imagine a world where people actively sought to understand and support one another, where empathy guided actions, diffused conflicts, and built bridges across differences. By integrating practices like metta and Tonglen meditation into our daily lives, we take a step toward this vision. These practices remind us of our shared humanity and foster a compassionate mindset that enhances not only our personal interactions, but also our collective experience as a community. Empathy, as taught in Buddhism, is more than an emotional connection. It is a path to a more compassionate, understanding world. By cultivating this skill through mindfulness, meditation, and intentional practice, we not only deepen our ability to connect with others, but also contribute to creating a world rooted in kindness, understanding, and mutual respect. Building upon the practical ways mindfulness can be integrated into our daily lives, we now delve deeper into how this practice not only sharpens our awareness of others, but also transforms the way we relate to ourselves and the world. When mindfulness becomes a regular part of our lives, it unlocks a profound capacity to understand emotions, intentions, and subtle dynamics that often go unnoticed. This heightened awareness is a powerful tool for fostering deeper connections and responding to life's challenges with grace and clarity. The ripple effect of mindfulness on relationships. Mindfulness creates a ripple effect that extends from within ourselves to the people we interact with. As we become more present, we naturally create an atmosphere of attentiveness and openness, allowing others to feel seen and understood. This is particularly transformative in relationships where misunderstandings or emotional disconnects are common. For example, consider a moment of tension with a loved one. In a reactive state, it's easy to focus on your own feelings, escalating the conflict. However, mindfulness teaches us to pause and observe not only our emotions but also the cues given by the other person. Perhaps their frustration stems from exhaustion or unspoken stress. By recognizing this, you can respond with empathy rather than defensiveness, leading to a resolution that nurtures the relationship instead of straining it. This ripple effect also applies to professional environments. Mindful presence during a team meeting or conversation with a colleague can foster trust and collaboration. People are drawn to those who listen without judgment and respond thoughtfully, qualities that mindfulness cultivates. Mindfulness as a tool for emotional resilience. Another profound benefit of mindfulness is its role in building emotional resilience. Life is filled with moments that challenge our patience, confidence, and peace of mind. Without mindfulness, these moments can lead to reactive behaviors, heightened stress, or lingering resentment. However, mindfulness creates a buffer, a space where we can observe our emotions before acting on them. Imagine being criticized at work. A reactive mind might immediately feel defensive or discouraged. A mindful mind, on the other hand, notices the emotional surge, acknowledges it, and takes a moment to reflect before responding. This ability to pause transforms criticism from a potential conflict into an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. Mindfulness also helps us navigate the highs and lows of life with equanimity. By observing our emotions as passing states rather than fixed realities, we reduce the intensity of negative experiences while savoring positive ones without clinging to them. Over time, this practice leads to a more balanced and peaceful inner world. Practical strategies for deepening mindfulness. While foundational practices like focusing on the breath, mindful eating, and walking meditation are essential, there are additional ways to deepen your mindfulness practice and make it a natural part of your daily rhythm. 1. Micro-mindfulness moments. Mindfulness doesn't always require extended periods of meditation. Throughout your day, pause for a few seconds to check in with yourself. For example, take a deep breath before answering a phone call. Notice the sensation of water on your hands while washing dishes. Observe the texture and weight of your clothes as you get dressed. These small moments anchor you in the present and cultivate awareness in seemingly mundane activities. 2. Mindfulness in communication. Before entering a conversation, take a moment to set an intention to be present. During the discussion, focus fully on the speaker without planning your response. Pay attention to their words, tone, and body language. After they finish speaking, pause before responding to ensure your reply is thoughtful and aligned with their concerns. 3. Mindful transitions. Transitions, such as moving from work to home or shifting from one task to another, often occur on autopilot. Use these moments as opportunities to reset your mind. For instance, after finishing a work task, close your eyes and take 3 mindful breaths before starting the next. This helps prevent mental fatigue and keeps you grounded. How mindfulness deepens self-understanding. Mindfulness isn't just about observing the world around you, it's also a journey inward. By regularly practicing mindfulness, you develop a greater understanding of your own thoughts, patterns, and triggers. This self-awareness empowers you to make conscious choices rather than being driven by unconscious habits. For example, you may notice that certain situations consistently make you anxious. Instead of being overwhelmed, mindfulness allows you to explore these feelings with curiosity. Why does this situation trigger anxiety? What thoughts arise during these moments? By understanding the root of your reactions, you can begin to address them constructively, reducing their hold over time. Self-understanding also nurtures self-compassion. As you observe your mind without judgment, you become more forgiving of your mistakes and imperfections. This inner kindness radiates outward, making you more compassionate and understanding toward others as well. The transformative power of mindful awareness. As mindfulness sharpens your awareness of others' emotions and intentions, it also enriches your ability to navigate complex social dynamics. You start to notice the unspoken tensions, unexpressed needs, or hidden joys in your interactions. This sensitivity helps you respond with greater empathy and authenticity. For instance, you might sense that a colleague who typically contributes actively in meetings has become unusually quiet. Instead of dismissing their silence, mindfulness encourages you to approach them with care, perhaps by asking if everything is okay. Such small yet meaningful acts of attentiveness can foster a supportive environment where everyone feels valued and understood. Mindful awareness also enhances your intuition. By being fully present in each moment, you become more attuned to subtle patterns and energies, allowing you to read situations and people more accurately. This intuitive understanding can guide you in making wise decisions, resolving conflicts, and building stronger relationships. Living mindfully, a path to inner peace. Ultimately, mindfulness is not just a practice but a way of being. It transforms the way you experience life, turning ordinary moments into opportunities for presence and growth. It teaches you to embrace impermanence, to find beauty in simplicity, and to approach each day with an open heart and a clear mind. As you continue this journey, remember that mindfulness is a skill that deepens with practice. Whether through breathwork, mindful communication, or simply savoring a moment of stillness, each act of mindfulness brings you closer to a life of greater clarity, compassion, and connection. By cultivating mindfulness, you not only enhance your awareness of others, but also unlock the potential for profound transformation within yourself. This practice is a gateway to a more harmonious and fulfilling existence, one breath, one step, and one mindful moment at a time. Building on the importance of reading nonverbal cues through mindful observation, we now explore how integrating these skills into daily life can transform your interactions and relationships. Nonverbal communication, though often overlooked, carries the weight of authenticity. By honing your ability to interpret subtle signals and respond thoughtfully, you can bridge gaps in understanding, foster trust, and deepen connections. From observation to action, using nonverbal insights effectively. Observing nonverbal cues is only the first step. The true power of this skill lies in how you use the insights it provides. Mindfulness ensures that you don't merely react to these signals, but respond with intention and empathy. For example, if someone exhibits nervous gestures, such as fidgeting hands or avoiding eye contact, you might respond by offering reassurance or adjusting your tone to create a more comfortable environment. This mindful approach not only puts others at ease, but also builds a foundation of trust and mutual respect. Consider another scenario. During a disagreement, you notice that the other person's posture becomes closed and their tone defensive. Instead of escalating the conflict, mindfulness allows you to pause, acknowledge the tension, and respond in a way that diffuses the situation, perhaps by softening your tone, expressing understanding, or asking clarifying questions. These adjustments, though subtle, can drastically alter the outcome of the interaction, strengthening relationships with nonverbal awareness. Nonverbal communication plays a pivotal role in deepening personal relationships. In romantic partnerships, for instance, being attuned to your partner's nonverbal signals can help you understand their unspoken needs or concerns. A sigh, a distant gaze, or a subtle shift in posture may indicate that something is on their mind. By recognizing these signs and addressing them with care, perhaps by simply asking, "Is there something you'd like to talk about?" you show that you're present and invested in their well-being. Similarly, in friendships, mindful observation can uncover emotions that words might conceal. A friend who repeatedly reassures you they're fine, but avoids eye contact or speaks with a flat tone may be struggling with something they're hesitant to share. Gently inviting them to open up, without pressuring them, can create a safe space for vulnerability and connection. In family dynamics, particularly with children, nonverbal awareness is invaluable. Children often express their emotions more through actions than words. Recognizing signs of discomfort, excitement, or insecurity in their body language and expressions allows you to respond appropriately, whether by offering comfort, encouragement, or guidance. The role of culture in nonverbal communication. While nonverbal cues are universal in many respects, cultural differences can influence their interpretation. For instance, maintaining direct eye contact may signify confidence in some cultures, but may be seen as disrespectful or confrontational in others. Similarly, personal space norms can vary widely. What feels comfortable in one culture may feel intrusive in another. Mindful observation requires sensitivity to these cultural nuances. When interacting with individuals from diverse backgrounds, approach their nonverbal signals with curiosity and openness rather than rigid assumptions. This adaptability not only enhances your understanding, but also demonstrates respect and cultural awareness. Refining your nonverbal awareness, practical exercises. To deepen your ability to read and respond to nonverbal cues, consider these mindfulness-based exercises. 1. Practice observational stillness. Spend a few moments each day observing people in neutral settings, such as a park or cafe. Without judgment, note their posture, gestures, facial expressions, and interactions. Reflect on what these cues might reveal about their emotions or intentions. This exercise sharpens your ability to notice subtle details in real-time interactions. 2. Mirror exercises. Engage in a practice where you subtly mirror another person's nonverbal cues, such as their posture or hand movements, during a conversation. This technique, when done naturally, can create a sense of rapport and alignment, helping the other person feel understood and connected. 3. Focused listening with body language. The next time you're in a conversation, consciously shift your attention to the other person's nonverbal signals. Observe how their tone of voice, eye contact, and gestures align or don't align with their words. Reflect on how these cues enhance your understanding of their message. Mindful nonverbal communication in professional settings. In professional environments, your ability to read and project nonverbal cues can significantly impact your effectiveness and leadership presence. For instance, during a presentation, maintaining an open posture, using intentional gestures, and speaking with a steady tone can convey confidence and authority, even if you feel nervous inside. Similarly, being attuned to your audience's nonverbal reactions, such as nods, furrowed brows, or disengagement, allows you to adjust your delivery in real time, ensuring your message resonates. During negotiations or team discussions, nonverbal observation can help you gauge unspoken concerns or hesitations. If a colleague's arms are crossed or their responses are curt, this might signal disagreement or discomfort. Addressing these cues directly, perhaps by asking, "Does this approach work for you, or would you suggest an alternative?" can create an atmosphere of collaboration and openness. Nonverbal communication as a bridge to empathy. At its core, nonverbal communication is a tool for empathy. It allows you to move beyond words and connect with the emotions and experiences of others on a deeper level. By integrating mindful observation with empathetic responses, you not only enhance your understanding, but also foster an environment where others feel valued and supported. This bridge to empathy extends to moments of shared silence, where no words are needed to convey presence and care. A simple gesture, like offering a hand, a knowing smile, or a steady gaze, can speak volumes when someone is in need of comfort or encouragement. Cultivating nonverbal mastery, a lifelong practice. The journey to mastering nonverbal communication is ongoing. It requires consistent mindfulness, curiosity, and a willingness to learn from every interaction. As you continue to practice, you'll find that your ability to interpret and respond to nonverbal cues becomes second nature, enriching your relationships and interactions in profound ways. By combining mindful observation with a compassionate heart, you unlock the ability to connect with others on a level that transcends words. This practice not only strengthens your relationships but also enhances your capacity for understanding, creating a ripple effect of connection, trust, and harmony in every area of your life. In the end, nonverbal communication is not just about reading others. It's about showing up fully and authentically in every moment, creating a space where mutual understanding and genuine connection can flourish. Building upon the principles of active listening, it becomes clear that this practice is not just a skill, but a profound way of nurturing connections and creating a compassionate environment. Active listening transforms the way we engage with others, fostering deeper understanding and mutual respect. Let's further explore how these techniques can be integrated into daily life and the profound impact they can have on our personal and professional relationships. Deepening the practice of active listening. Active listening is an ongoing journey of refinement. While the techniques provide a foundation, their real power lies in consistent application and mindful practice. When we approach every interaction with the intention to truly understand, we create opportunities for deeper connection and meaningful exchange. 1. Active listening in conflict resolution. In moments of conflict, emotions can run high, often leading to misunderstandings or hurtful exchanges. Active listening becomes a vital tool to de-escalate these situations and foster constructive dialogue. For example, if a disagreement arises at work or home, begin by centering yourself through mindful presence. Rather than reacting impulsively, focus on truly hearing the other person's perspective. Imagine a situation where a colleague expresses frustration about a project delay. Instead of immediately defending your position, practice reflective listening. It sounds like the delay has been causing you a lot of stress. This simple acknowledgement not only validates their feelings, but also opens the door for a more collaborative and empathetic discussion. 2. Building trust through consistent listening. Active listening is one of the most effective ways to build trust. When people feel heard, they also feel respected and valued. Over time, this trust strengthens relationships, whether in a family, workplace, or community setting. Trust built through listening creates a safe space where individuals feel free to express their thoughts and emotions without fear of judgment. In a family setting, for instance, a child sharing their struggles with school may initially feel hesitant. By offering empathetic silence, maintaining open body language, and reflecting their concerns, you're feeling overwhelmed because of the workload, you reassure them that their feelings matter. This sense of validation reinforces their trust in you. Mindfulness and compassion in listening. Active listening is not just about understanding words, it's about connecting with the speaker's emotions and intentions. Mindfulness and compassion are the cornerstones of this connection. 1. Cultivating patience through mindfulness. In today's fast-paced world, interruptions and distractions are common, making it challenging to remain present in conversations. Mindfulness helps you cultivate patience, enabling you to slow down and fully immerse yourself in what the other person is saying. Each time you feel the urge to interject or let your mind wander, take a breath and gently redirect your focus to the speaker. 2. Compassion as the driving force. Compassion enhances listening by encouraging you to approach every interaction with kindness and understanding. When you listen with compassion, you view the conversation not as an exchange of information, but as an opportunity to support and connect. This perspective shift is transformative, especially in emotionally charged situations. Instead of thinking about how to respond, focus on how you can ease the other person's burden through your presence and understanding. Practical applications in everyday life. To integrate active listening into daily life, consider these scenarios. 1. Strengthening romantic relationships. In romantic relationships, active listening helps address misunderstandings before they escalate. When your partner shares their feelings, focus fully on them without interrupting or planning your response. Reflect back what you hear. You're feeling upset because you think I haven't been prioritizing our time together. This reflection shows that you're listening and encourages them to share more openly. 2. Fostering team collaboration. In professional settings, active listening can transform teamwork. During meetings, practice mindful presence by silencing distractions and giving your full attention to the speaker. If a colleague voices concerns, respond with reflective and empathetic listening. This approach fosters an atmosphere of respect and collaboration, enhancing overall productivity. 3. Supporting friends in need. When a friend confides in you, active listening provides the comfort they may be seeking. Allow them to speak without interruption, reflecting their words with empathy. It sounds like you've been going through a really tough time lately. This creates a space where they feel safe to express themselves and know they're not alone. The ripple effect of active listening. The benefits of active listening extend far beyond individual relationships. As you practice this skill, you contribute to a culture of understanding and respect. Conversations become less about winning or proving a point and more about mutual growth and connection. This ripple effect can transform communities, workplaces, and even larger social dynamics. For instance, leaders who actively listen to their teams foster environments where innovation and collaboration thrive. Teachers who listen to their students with empathy create classrooms where learning is enriched by trust and openness. In friendships and families, active listening strengthens bonds, creating networks of support that uplift everyone involved. Active listening as a spiritual practice. In Buddhist teachings, active listening is not only a communication skill, but also a spiritual practice. It aligns with the principles of mindfulness, compassion, and interconnectedness. Each conversation becomes an opportunity to cultivate presence and practice selflessness by prioritizing the other person's needs over your own agenda. Reflecting on these principles, consider every interaction as a chance to deepen your mindfulness practice. Approach conversations with the intention to understand rather than to respond. Let go of judgment and embrace the silence and pauses that allow deeper truths to emerge. A path toward deeper connection. Active listening, rooted in mindfulness and compassion, is a path toward deeper connection with others and with yourself. By applying these techniques consistently, you transform conversations into meaningful exchanges that foster trust, understanding, and growth. Whether in moments of conflict, collaboration, or simple daily interactions, the practice of active listening enriches every aspect of your life. It is a reminder that sometimes the greatest gift you can offer is not your words, but your presence. A presence that communicates, I hear you, I see you, you matter. The role of intentions in relationships. Intentions are the unseen currents guiding how we express ourselves and interact with others. In Buddhist philosophy, intentions hold significant importance because they reflect the ethical and emotional underpinnings of our actions. By learning to recognize and interpret these underlying motivations, we can respond more thoughtfully and compassionately in our relationships. For instance, a colleague who seems short-tempered during a meeting might not intend to be dismissive, but could be grappling with stress or personal challenges. Mindfully observing their tone, body language, and context allows us to respond with understanding rather than defensiveness. Similarly, in a personal relationship, noticing a loved one's unspoken needs or concerns often requires attunement to their subtle cues, such as a quiet demeanor or hesitant responses, beyond their words. Compassionate inquiry, looking beyond the surface. Understanding intentions starts with cultivating a habit of compassionate inquiry. This involves observing mindfully, pay attention to both verbal and nonverbal signals. A gentle smile may hide discomfort, while avoidance of eye contact might signal insecurity or doubt. Asking questions. Rather than assuming, ask open-ended questions that invite the other person to share their perspective. For example, you seem quieter than usual today. How are you feeling? Contextual awareness. Recognize external factors that might influence behavior, such as stress, fatigue, or unresolved issues, and consider these when interpreting someone's actions. Practices for cultivating insight into intentions. 1. Mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness sharpens our ability to observe others and ourselves without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, we become more attuned to the present moment, allowing us to notice subtle shifts in behavior and emotional states. This heightened awareness forms the foundation for understanding intentions. 2. Loving kindness meditation. Extending love and kindness toward others fosters a mindset of empathy and reduces judgment. When we approach interactions with an open heart, we're better equipped to perceive and understand others' intentions with clarity and compassion. 3. Reflective journaling. After meaningful or challenging interactions, journaling about what you observed, both in the other person and in yourself, can help uncover hidden patterns or motivations. Reflecting on questions like, what might they have been feeling? Or, how did I interpret their actions? Deepens our understanding. Navigating challenging situations with compassionate insight. When someone's behavior is hurtful or confusing, understanding their intentions can prevent misunderstandings and unnecessary conflict. A common example is receiving critical feedback. Without insight, we might perceive the feedback as an attack, but a closer look at the intentions, perhaps a desire to help us improve, can shift our response from defensiveness to gratitude. Similarly, responding to unkindness with compassion requires recognizing that harmful actions often stem from pain or fear. By reminding ourselves of shared humanity and approaching the situation with patience, we create an opportunity for healing rather than escalating the negativity. The interplay of intention and karma in Buddhism. Buddhism emphasizes that intentions, more than outcomes, determine the karmic weight of our actions. Actions rooted in greed, hatred, or delusion lead to negative karma, while those born from compassion, generosity, and wisdom generate positive karma. This teaching encourages us to focus on aligning our intentions with ethical principles and to view others' actions through the same compassionate lens. For example, an act of kindness may seem small, but if driven by genuine concern for another's well-being, its impact, both karmic and relational, is profound. Conversely, an action with altruistic appearances but self-serving intentions lacks the same depth of positive influence. Practical steps to align with and understand intentions. Pause before responding. When faced with unclear or challenging behavior, take a moment to pause and reflect. This creates space to consider the other person's perspective and intentions. Seek clarity with kindness. Gently ask questions that invite openness without making assumptions. Phrases like, "Can you help me understand?" or "What's your main concern here?" Encourage dialogue. Offer the benefit of the doubt. Assume positive intentions whenever possible. This mindset fosters trust and reduces unnecessary conflict. Examine your own intentions. Regularly reflect on your motivations to ensure they align with compassion and understanding. Before acting or speaking, ask yourself, am I coming from a place of care and respect? The ripple effect of compassion and understanding. As we practice interpreting intentions with mindfulness and compassion, we naturally inspire others to do the same. This creates a cycle of empathy and connection that enriches not only individual relationships, but also the broader communities we're part of. By understanding the invisible forces driving behavior, we move beyond superficial judgments and engage with others on a deeper, more authentic level. The path to understanding intentions, guided by Buddhist wisdom, teaches us that every interaction is an opportunity to connect, grow, and nurture the shared humanity that unites us all. Through this practice, we cultivate not only meaningful relationships, but also a more compassionate and harmonious world. Negative energy, whether arising from anger, frustration, or sorrow, is an inevitable part of human interactions. In Buddhism, such emotions are not rejected, but acknowledged as transient states that offer opportunities for growth and understanding. Learning to manage and transform this energy mindfully allows us to protect our inner peace while responding compassionately to others. By addressing negative energy constructively, we can foster harmony in our relationships and cultivate a resilient, balanced mind, identifying and responding to negative energy in others. The first step in dealing with negative energy is to recognize it, both in ourselves and in those around us. People often express negative emotions through tone, body language, or silence. Someone might raise their voice or avoid eye contact when feeling frustrated. Observing these cues with mindfulness enables us to approach the situation with clarity and intention. 1. Listen without judgment. When faced with negativity, the most immediate and impactful response is to listen mindfully. Avoid jumping to conclusions or formulating responses while the other person is speaking. Instead, focus entirely on what they are saying, observing their words and emotions without judgment. This creates a safe space where they feel heard and validated, which can diffuse tension and allow for a more constructive dialogue. 2. Validate their emotions. Acknowledging the other person's feelings is crucial, even if you don't agree with their perspective. Validation is not about agreeing, but about showing empathy and understanding. For instance, saying, "I can see how this situation has upset you," communicates compassion and opens the door to resolution. 3. Respond with compassion. Once the person's emotions have been acknowledged, respond with kindness and a desire to help. This might involve offering practical solutions or simply providing emotional support. A calm and composed demeanor can also help counterbalance the intensity of their emotions, creating a more stable environment for discussion. Transforming negative energy Buddhism teaches that negative emotions, when met with mindfulness and compassion, can be transformed into opportunities for growth. By practicing specific techniques, we can protect our own peace while fostering positivity in others. 1. Mindful breathing. In moments of heightened negativity, focusing on the breath can provide an anchor to the present moment. Take slow, deep breaths, consciously observing the inhale and exhale. This practice not only calms your mind, but also helps regulate your emotions, allowing you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. 2. Loving kindness. Meditation. Metta meditation is an effective way to transform negative energy into compassion. By silently repeating phrases like, "May you be happy, may you be free from suffering," you can shift your mindset from frustration to empathy. This practice is particularly helpful when dealing with individuals who are difficult or challenging. 3. Visualization. Visualization is another technique for managing negative energy. Imagine yourself surrounded by a protective bubble of light, shielding you from negativity while allowing compassion to flow outward. This mental exercise reinforces emotional boundaries, enabling you to engage without being overwhelmed. 4. Detachment with equanimity. Negative emotions often arise when we take others' actions or words personally. Buddhism teaches the importance of equanimity, remaining calm and balanced regardless of external circumstances. By practicing detachment, we can understand that others' negativity is often a reflection of their own struggles, not of our worth. Protecting your peace while remaining compassionate. Maintaining inner peace while addressing negativity requires a delicate balance of self-compassion and outward kindness. Here are practical ways to achieve this balance. 1. Set boundaries. Compassion does not mean accepting harmful behavior. Politely but firmly set boundaries if someone's negativity becomes excessive or disruptive. For example, you might say, "I understand you're upset, but I need a moment to process this before continuing the conversation." 2. Reflect and reset. After an emotionally charged interaction, take time to reflect on your feelings. Journaling or meditating can help you process the experience, release residual negativity, and restore emotional balance. 3. Practice gratitude. Shifting focus to positive aspects of your life can counteract the effects of negative energy. Gratitude practices, such as listing things you're thankful for, help reframe your perspective and maintain emotional equilibrium, creating a positive ripple effect. When we meet negative energy with mindfulness and compassion, we not only diffuse immediate tension, but also inspire others to adopt similar approaches. This ripple effect can transform interactions and foster a more compassionate environment. For example, in a workplace setting, responding calmly to a stressed colleague might encourage them to adopt a more constructive approach in future interactions. Similarly, in personal relationships, consistently meeting negativity with patience and understanding can build trust and deepen connections. The Buddhist perspective on negative emotions. In Buddhism, emotions such as anger, sadness, and frustration are viewed as natural but impermanent. The concept of anicca, impermanence, reminds us that these states will pass, just like waves on the ocean. By recognizing this transience, we can approach negative energy with curiosity rather than resistance, allowing us to learn and grow from these experiences. The Buddha emphasized that suffering often arises from attachment and aversion, clinging to positive experiences and resisting negative ones. By cultivating mindfulness and compassion, we can navigate these emotional fluctuations with grace, turning challenges into opportunities for spiritual and emotional growth. Dealing with negative energy is an inevitable part of life, but it doesn't have to disrupt your peace or relationships. By practicing mindfulness, compassion, and emotional resilience, you can transform negativity into a force for connection and growth. Through techniques like mindful breathing, loving kindness meditation, and setting healthy boundaries, you can protect your well-being while extending understanding to others. In embracing these Buddhist principles, you not only enhance your capacity for empathy and patience, but also contribute to a more harmonious and compassionate world, one interaction at a time. Developing intuition, enhancing inner wisdom through Buddhist practices. Intuition, often called the inner knowing, is a subtle but powerful guide that helps us navigate life's complexities. In Buddhist philosophy, intuition aligns with prajna, wisdom, a deep understanding that transcends intellectual reasoning. Developing and trusting your intuition can foster insightful decision-making, strengthen your empathy, and deepen your connection to the world around you. By integrating mindfulness and meditation practices, you can cultivate this innate ability and tap into its transformative potential. The role of intuition in understanding others. Intuition plays a significant role in understanding people's emotions, intentions, and needs. While logic and observation provide concrete data, intuition fills in the gaps, offering insights that might not be immediately visible. For example, You might sense tension in a colleague's demeanor, even though their words convey otherwise, prompting you to offer support at the right moment. Cultivating intuition allows you to read these unspoken signals more effectively, leading to more compassionate and empathetic interactions. Buddhist practices to enhance intuition. 1. Mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness meditation is the cornerstone of developing intuition. By training your mind to focus on the present moment without distraction, you create the mental clarity needed to tune into subtle cues and inner feelings. Practice. Sit in a quiet space, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. As thoughts arise, acknowledge them without judgment and gently return your focus to your breath. Over time, this practice strengthens your ability to discern your intuitive signals amidst the noise of everyday life. 2. Insight meditation, Vipassana. Vipassana, or insight meditation, goes beyond mindfulness to explore the nature of thoughts, emotions, and sensations. This practice cultivates a deeper awareness of your inner workings, helping you recognize patterns and connect with your intuition. Practice. During meditation, observe your thoughts and feelings as they arise, asking questions like, "What is the origin of this thought?" Or, "How does this sensation feel in my body?" This reflective practice sharpens your ability to notice and trust your intuitive insights. 3. Loving kindness meditation, Metta. Metta meditation fosters compassion and empathy, which are closely linked to intuition. By developing a genuine sense of connection with others, you enhance your ability to perceive their emotions and intentions on a deeper level. Practice. Begin by focusing on yourself, silently repeating phrases like, "May I be happy, may I be safe, may I live with ease." Gradually extend these wishes to others, including loved ones, acquaintances, and even those with whom you have conflict. This practice opens your heart, enhancing your intuitive understanding of others. 4. Trusting the body's signals. In Buddhism, the body and mind are interconnected. Physical sensations often serve as intuitive signals, such as a tightening in the chest or a sense of calm in the stomach. By developing awareness of these bodily cues, you can better interpret your intuitive responses. Practice. During meditation or quiet reflection, scan your body for sensations. Notice how certain thoughts or decisions evoke physical reactions, and over time, learn to trust these signals as part of your intuitive process. 5. Journaling for intuition. Journaling is a reflective practice that can help you access and understand your intuitive thoughts. By writing without overthinking, you can uncover insights that might otherwise remain hidden in your subconscious. Practice. Spend 10 to 15 minutes each day writing about your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Focus on questions like, "What does my intuition tell me about this situation?" Or, "What feels right in this moment?" This habit deepens your connection to your inner wisdom. Strengthening intuition in daily life. Practice non-judgmental awareness approach, each situation with an open mind, setting aside preconceived notions. This creates space for intuitive insights to arise naturally. Cultivate patience. Intuition often requires time to surface. Avoid rushing decisions. Instead, give yourself the opportunity to reflect and trust that clarity will come. Pay attention to patterns. Intuition is often revealed through recurring themes or feelings. Notice patterns in your thoughts, interactions, and experiences, as they can offer valuable insights. Balance intuition with reason. While intuition is powerful, it should complement rather than replace logical reasoning. Use intuition as a guide, then verify its accuracy with observation and analysis. How intuition enhances relationships. Deeper empathy. Intuition allows you to sense others' unspoken emotions, enabling you to offer support before they express their needs. Better communication. By intuitively understanding the tone and context of conversations, you can respond in ways that resonate more effectively. Conflict resolution. Intuition helps you perceive the root causes of disagreements, allowing you to address issues with sensitivity and wisdom. Buddhist wisdom on intuition. In Buddhist teachings, intuition is considered a reflection of clarity and mindfulness. When the mind is free from distractions, attachments, and aversions, it becomes a clear mirror that reflects reality as it is. This state of heightened awareness allows intuitive insights to arise effortlessly, guiding us toward wise and compassionate action. The Buddha emphasized the importance of cultivating inner stillness to access this intuitive wisdom. By quieting the mind, and observing the flow of thoughts and emotions, we develop the ability to discern truth from illusion, both within ourselves and in our interactions with others. Developing intuition is a journey of self-awareness, mindfulness, and compassion. Through Buddhist practices like meditation, mindful observation, and self-reflection, you can enhance this innate ability and unlock its potential to guide your decisions and relationships. Intuition, when nurtured, becomes a trusted ally that helps you navigate life with greater clarity, empathy, and wisdom, leading to more harmonious and fulfilling interactions. Bringing Buddhist wisdom to modern living, a path to connection and compassion. Throughout this exploration, we've journeyed through the profound teachings of Buddhism, uncovering practices that hold the potential to transform not only how we see ourselves, but also how we connect with others. From developing mindfulness and empathy to cultivating compassion, intuition, and overcoming biases, these teachings illuminate a timeless truth. The way we perceive and interact with the world begins with our inner awareness. Buddhism teaches us that the mind is both the architect of suffering and the gateway to liberation. By training the mind through mindfulness, loving kindness, and non-judgment, we unlock its immense potential to lead us toward understanding, connection, and harmony. As we've discussed, practices like metta-meditation, reflective mindfulness, and the art of cultivating equanimity guide us toward recognizing the shared humanity that unites us all. The journey doesn't stop here. These principles are not meant to remain abstract. They are tools to be lived and applied in every moment of our daily lives. Each conversation, decision, and interaction becomes an opportunity to deepen our understanding and to bridge the gap between ourselves and others with compassion and wisdom. Applying the teachings, a call to action. Begin today by taking small but meaningful steps to integrate these practices into your life. Let's review some of the most powerful methods. Cultivate empathy and mindful listening. In your next conversation, listen not just with your ears, but with your heart. Observe not only what is being said, but also the emotions and intentions behind the words. Give the other person your undivided attention, practicing mindful listening to build trust and understanding. Practice loving kindness. Dedicate a few moments each day to meditation, sending thoughts of love, peace, and goodwill to yourself and others. As you extend these feelings outward, notice how it softens your perspective and enhances your ability to connect deeply with those around you. Challenge your biases. Pay attention to judgments and assumptions as they arise. Use mindfulness to recognize these biases without reacting and gently challenge them with an open heart. Seek opportunities to engage with diverse perspectives, cultivating a mindset of inclusion and respect. Trust your intuition. Begin trusting the quiet voice within. Reflect on past experiences where your intuition guided you correctly, and make space in your daily routine, through meditation or moments of stillness, to hear its wisdom more clearly. Foster compassion in action. Whether through small acts of kindness or by offering a listening ear, let compassion guide your actions. Remember, every interaction is a chance to create a ripple effect of positivity in the world. Why these practices matter. These teachings are not just about self-improvement, they're about creating a more compassionate and harmonious world. When we practice mindfulness, empathy, and compassion, we inspire those around us to do the same. Each mindful interaction contributes to a collective shift, where understanding replaces judgment, connection replaces division, and compassion becomes the foundation of our relationships. Imagine a workplace where colleagues actively listen and understand each other's challenges, a family where members approach conflicts with patience and kindness, or a community where people celebrate diversity and collaborate for the greater good. This is the world we build, one mindful step at a time. Join the Wisdom Diaries community. Here at Wisdom Diaries, our mission is to bring these ancient teachings into modern life, offering guidance and inspiration for navigating the complexities of the human experience. We believe that wisdom is not just knowledge, it's a way of living. To continue this journey together, subscribe to our channel, click the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Each episode is crafted to provide you with insights and practical tools for a more mindful life. Engage and share. Let us know how these practices have impacted your life by sharing your experiences in the comments below. Your stories inspire us and create a community where we can all learn and grow together. Spread the word. If you found value in these teachings, share this video with friends, family, or anyone who might benefit. Let's expand this circle of wisdom and compassion. In the words of the Buddha, just as a candle cannot burn without fire, men cannot live without a spiritual life. Let these teachings kindle the flame of wisdom and compassion within you. Embrace the present moment, extend kindness to yourself and others, and trust in the transformative power of mindfulness and understanding. Every step on this path is meaningful, no matter how small it may seem. Together, we can cultivate a life of purpose, clarity, and connection. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery and growth. Let's continue to walk this path, hand in hand, one mindful step at a time. We'll see you in the next episode of OM Wisdom. Until then, stay compassionate, stay mindful, and stay curious. Your journey toward wisdom has just begun. This version aligns closely with the structure and content you provided, ensuring depth, engagement, and a clear call to action while maintaining a cohesive and flowing narrative.